Hi everybody, it's Terry here. How you doing today? What I'm going to show today is or talk about today is episode 2 of a snippet of Canadian history through stamps. So actually this history is right here where I live in Chatham. It was in the 1920s and it has stamps. I will get started. So what I'm going to talk about is a car that was manufactured here in Chatham. It was manufactured downtown. I believe the year was 1923 to 1924. So I'll just tell you a little bit about it. It's not going to be long, but so there's a stamp commemorating the car, and the car is it's called the Gray-Dort. I think it tells you on here. Yeah, the Gray-Dort, and that's the car. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the stamp right now. So the stamp is in the series Historic Automobiles, 5th series. It was released in 1996. There was 1 million stamps printed. The value in 2021 was 60 cents, according to Scott's catalog. And the Scott number is 160F. So the reason that stamp has an S beside the Scott number is because in 1996 they released this little booklet. It says Capex 96, and these are official 25 stamp pane, and they are a series of commemorative postage stamps issued by Canada Post. Okay, so this is why it's got an S after the number, because of this, the amount of stamps. There's 25 here. The amount of stamps that they put out for this series. And here's the Gray-Dort. Anyway, so here's the stamp again. And then here is another stamp. And this one has Gray-Dort insignia on it. I also got this from mystery box of the Canada stamps. And it has all these postcard like stories about the cars. And they all have stamps on them. So that's nice. So this video is not just the history from stamps, but the history through a card, a postcard, kind of like, or information card. I don't know exactly what you call them. I'll just read what it says. It says Gray-Dort of Chatham, Ontario was representative of early Canadian car builders. The company's roots lay in carriage building, and its products were based on American designs. From 1916 to 1924, when many medium-sized car manufacturers are still operated in Canada, Gray-Dort sold well to an extensive dealer network in Ontario and the prairies. So the prairies are like Saskatchewan and Alberta. The car or this card with these on a special page. So this is the back of it, and there is the stamp with the first day of issue. And then this was like a little. It says brochure here. It says this 1924 brochure promoting the elegance, comfort, and long wear of the Gray-Dort was rescued by a collector who understood its historic value. And then, so this is an ad for one that I found online. They made different, what's it called? Different cars, manufactured different cars. The one on the stamp is a sedan. So it says, even at the low purchase price of the Gray-Dort, you do not sacrifice one desirable feature in your motor car. All the power you will need, all the speed you will care to use, complete comfort for 5 passengers, good looks, unusual economy of gasoline and tires, and more years of service than you would expect from a car costing several $100s more. As the season advances, Gray-Dorts will become more difficult to secure. Now, when you have the finest months of the year ahead of you, see the Gray-Dort dealer. So, one in Aurora and one in Sutton West. Aurora is probably about 4 or 5 hours for me. I don't know where Sutton West is. So, I also got is a first day cover of the stamps. So, the Gray-Dort is right here. And then it's got the picture of it. I'm so glad they put the picture of this car, not this one. So this Gray-Dort stamp is 86 cents. I didn't look to see how much that is worth. I'll have to find out. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of the company. The Gray-Dort Company was funded by William Gray of Chatham and his partner J. Dallas Dort of Flint, Michigan. The cars were made in Chatham. At the peak of their popularity in the early 1920s, the Gray-Dort Company employed 800 people. A total of 26,000 cars were manufactured in Chatham between 1915 and 1925. The Gray-Dort touring car was recognized as a national treasure of Canada. Only about 40 are known to survive. And when I was doing research, I didn't write this down, but this William Gray, he started his company with making carriages. So he went from making carriages to cars. So, my friends, that is a little snippet of Chatham history, which is also Canadian history. I'm really grateful for eBay for all these stamps that I can show you, the envelopes. So, my friends, that's episode 2. So, I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Our museum had a display of the Great Door, and I will show you some of those pictures. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to